Hey everybody, it's Solek here, back and ready to kick off Season 2 of my Hero Factory Reviews, aka the Furry Season. We are starting things off with actually the tallest hero this time. We're going over Rocka 3.0. Real quick, it's raining right now and I couldn't find a better time to film this, so if you hear rain in the background, sorry about that. If you like rain, then great, you're probably gonna like this review. If not, sorry about the inconvenience. Anyhow, we're back with these reviews. Want to clear up something before we start. These are not going to be weekly anymore. Well, I mean, not weekly, daily. Because they were daily when I was doing them back in the summer. But now school started and I have a lot more on my plate, especially with an AP class. But still, I'm going to try to release at least 2 of these every week for the Savage Planet season anyway. So this week you can expect to see Rocka, Stormer, maybe Bulk if I get time. I don't really know. I can't give you a definitive schedule, but that's the plan as of right now. Yeah, obviously we're starting off with Rocka. This set came out in summer 2011, contained 30 pieces, including some really nice pearl gold recolors in the CCBS system. And, I think that's all the information I'm supposed to tell you right now.
Talking about this set's price and value, way back when, just like every other hero up to this point, he was $8. Nowadays, he's only about $5 to $7. This one's really cheap. New in box, he's $35, which still not that bad. He's a pretty easy set to find.
Now would be the perfect time to tell you that I don't have the instruction manual for any of the 3.0 heroes. I did have Stormer, Bulk, and Nex back in the day, but obviously I don't have their manuals anymore. And for the ones I got off eBay, I don't have their manuals either. That being said, there wasn't anything very different from the 2.0 manuals. The only different thing would be the advertisement for other sets, because obviously you'd have new sets at this point. So I'll just go ahead and take this time to show you the new features that these sets had. Obviously, whereas the 2.0 heroes are pretty basic, kind of just like Special Forces heroes looking guys, these guys are much more specialized. They have animalistic powers. Each hero is based off of one specific animal in the real world. Rocka pretty obviously being based off a lion. You can see that pretty well from his headpiece. Each hero also has their own unique printed armor piece, just like with the 2.0 heroes. These are a little bit more interesting, and we'll get into why unless you're colorblind in just a minute. And as for weapons, they each have some sort of claw or paw thing, with the exception of Furno. I mean, yeah, these are usually hit or miss. We'll talk about that more later. But yeah, the price of this set really did surprise me, considering that I got this, like, I was missing one of these claw pieces, but I had one to spare. I got him for $5 off eBay. That's really, really cheap, especially considering he was $8 in 2011. But anyways, now we're going to get into the most interesting part of this review, probably that being the new pieces and recolors, since we can go over the stuff that's new for this wave. Now, if you're into Bionicle like I am, you would know that gold was a pretty rare color to get. The only set I can think of in G1 that had a predominant color scheme of pearl gold and not like the old kind of gold is Terex. And even then, his primary color was blue and gold was more secondary to that. Rocka marks the first figure that I can think of that has the primary color of pearl gold. That being said, a lot of black is on him too, but still, he has a lot of pearl gold. I'm going to get that out of the way first. You've got 2 feet, pretty cool. You've got 2 5-long, or, yeah, he's 2 5-long gold armor pieces, mix that up for a sec. And he's got a golden hero torso armor piece. This is pretty cool. You've got a black 3-long, I wasn't expecting this to be new. Also, I was not expecting the black hand to be new for this set, but I looked it up, yeah, this is the first set to have a black CCBS tan. What do you know? Then you've got a gray bone piece. The 3.0 heroes for some reason have these instead of like black ones, and I've never understood why. It's cool to get the recolor, I guess. Then you've got a white head and a white hero core. Pretty cool. This is like the only set that has white being a secondary color for Rocka, aside from his XL, which we'll see later. So I guess that's nice. Nice to get that in that color, definitely. A very interesting color and a very useful one for most heroes. And lastly, here is the new printed armor piece for the 3.0 heroes. If it would focus, I think you can see that. This one is not silver, white, or gunmetal. It is translucent dark green. This is the only CCBS piece that I know of, and I know most CCBS pieces, to be in this color. So that's interesting. Obviously, you've got some pretty unique printing on there with like the lion, Rocka 3.0 on it. Each hero has their respective animal on their armor piece. Looks pretty good, and you can see that lion definitely looks a lot like his headpiece. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the new pieces. Alright, so here are the new pieces. Definitely some different stuff here. Not as many as I thought there would be, but still. We're going to start off with this. This kind of weird claw component. This is used a lot more up in System than it is in Hero Factory Bionicle. It's got a clip that fits into a lightsaber bar sized hole, which is a perfect transition to this huge paw fist piece thing, which has lightsaber bar sized things in like 4 finger spots. You fit this little cloth thing into there, and it fits in there very well, where it looks like a finger on the huge fist, and then this has a socket on it to fit it onto either an armor or onto a spot where it can be used as an armor piece, or you can put it onto a hand spot, use it as a hand, and it's got attachment to put armor piece on there, which, coincidentally enough, this piece has attachment to go into this. It's a kind of like a long barbed piece. We'll use this scene as like a stinger. We'll see this used as like a stinger on sets like Waspix or Thornrax, or does Thornrax use this piece? I don't remember. Either way, it's used as claws on Rocka 3.0. This isn't how it's attached on the set, but you can attach it like this to armor. Works pretty well, but that's not how it is on this set. Lastly, so this is Rocka's headpiece, and this thing's huge. Obviously, you can see it's like a lion, but here's the thing. I'm gonna spoil the next review. Taking a look at bulk, you can see the animal helmet fits over his face. Yeah, just like that. His eyes are where the wolf's eyes would be. With Rocka, like, dude, this thing's straight up just eating this man's head. Like, a very strange design choice, in my opinion. I mean, it doesn't look that bad, but it's just really strange compared to the other heroes. And what's worse is that my camera won't focus. Can you see it now? Alright, well, it's not going to focus. Well, there are these beady little things on the side of the head. It looks like it's got beady little eyes. Very strange headpiece. Works a lot better on Rocka XL. Yeah, this kind of throws me off on this set, because it's so huge, too, especially in the back. But, I mean, I guess it works well enough. Like, just looking at this, if I can get on his head. This thing's huge on Rocka 3.0. Like, man's looking like a xenomorph by how much that thing sticks out. Either way, it's a good looking headpiece, just very oversized for the set it's used on. As per usual with these hero sets, I don't have much to say here in the way of features. You've got your 3 points of Whoa, that was a bad hiccup. 3 points of articulation in the legs, 3 points in the arms, 3 points in this arm too, but you have extra things with the fingers on the paw. I chose to record this at an awful time, considering that I have the hiccups and it's raining. Oh well, can't go back now. But the head has 1 joint. I mean, yeah, there's not much to write home about. As far as my flaws go, I don't understand the choice to make him the tallest one, considering that Rocka is the newest hero on the team at this point. Obviously, you still have the lack of back armor, and he is still missing a hand. It's not as bad on him as it is for, like, the 2.0 heroes, because, like, at least he has somewhat of a hand in his claw, but that can still be fixed. And that's why we're gonna fix that stuff. Whoa, 1 part fell, but you're gonna need these parts. Alright, so these are all the parts you need. You're just gonna need 2 gray joints, like we saw earlier, just to make them a little bit shorter, so he's more accurate. You're gonna need these parts, this assembly we've seen before, and this is just weapon storage. And 1 other black hand, so that, you know, he's ambidextrous now. And as you can tell, I did not change much right there. I just changed his lower legs to be the shorter kind, just so he's more accurate. Oh crap, I didn't put the assembly on the back. Here it is. Okay, well, if you didn't know how to do that, now you do. And then I just moved his paw claw thingamabobber onto his forearm and gave him a hand instead. And if you want to give him weapon storage, you can just take that off and put it on the back there. Obviously, the little dagger things do kind of dangle below his body. That's okay in my opinion, at least you can store it now. All in all, I mean, there's just not really much I can say about this set. He's really just another 3.0, well, not another 3.0 hero, because he's the first one. He's just a run-of-the-mill hero set, nothing too special. But he's not bad either, so that kind of lands me in the middle with him, but I'm getting ahead of myself, so let's talk about my final thoughts.
Just like me from 5 minutes ago said, I am very much on the fence about this one, but I don't think he's a bad set either. He's well, not just him, but the entirety of the 3.0 team are honestly just worse 2.0s with animal attributes to me. So, take of that what you will, but I think this set is a mere 7 out of 10. Not a 7 for the same reason as Nex or Stormer 2.0 though, because with those sets I had very glaring flaws. He's a 7 just because there's nothing much I can say, and that's kind of strange, especially considering that this review has been one of the longer ones, and it's been the first one of a new season. There's just not much I can tell you about this set that hasn't been said about other sets before him. He's just a set. I love the fact that he has gold, that's great. But the green is pretty high contrast, and that's not an issue with him, that's an issue with most of the 3.0 heroes. I don't want to say he's boring, but I think the term bland absolutely comes to mind when I think of this set. So not a bad one, but I think he's going to get a 7 and stick with that. Whether or not I should recommend this set, I don't know. If you want him, buy him. If you don't want him, don't buy him. It's that simple. I bought him because I'm a collector and no other real reason, but that's really about it. I'm going to cut out that ending segment I used to do in the reviews just so I can make this production process a lot, quicker. So yeah, next review will either be Bulk or Stormer, haven't decided yet, and that should be out within the week, hopefully. So yeah, see you guys then. Hope you enjoyed this review even though it was rather lukewarm, and I'll see you all next time. Hope you enjoyed.